Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Got my second coffee of the morning in my Stampin' Up! Mug. I'm feeling a little under the weather, you guys. I'm not sure. I am fighting it. I am going to fight it tooth and nail. I do not want to get sick. I have too much to do to get sick. My daughter and my husband were both sick last week, the end of the week, and over the weekend. And last night, I could not stop sneezing. Oh my goodness, before I went to bed, it was just like, oh, I thought I would wake up sick this morning, but I'm a little bit nasally. I'm just going to keep on going with my vitamins, lots and lots of water today, probably chicken soup for supper. But anyway, I'm here this morning. I'm freshest always in the morning. So I'm going to join you today with my video, and hopefully I can finish off the week and get to the weekend, and I'll have to just take it easy this weekend. Been doing a little too much, I'm afraid. And it's time to, rein in the horses and take a little bit of a break. Thank you, Janice. Thank you so much. I am playing with Darling Details this week, and I don't want to stop. I want to just keep sharing these ideas with you, and I have another really pretty card to share with you today. Oh my heavens, it's 100 plus degrees, Nadine says. Where are you, Nadine? Are you in Texas? Yes, I know you guys are having a major heat wave, aren't you? Oh heavens. It's not too bad here. We went out this morning for a walk. It was a nice morning. But I'm not sure what the forecast is. I think we're actually going to get some drizzle, some rain or something today. I'm not sure. I've been so busy, I haven't even had a chance to check the forecast. All right, so we're going to get started on this pretty card. It's kind of a fun fold. It's the easiest fun fold, in my opinion. And you can make one of these. You get actually 2 out of a sheet of cardstock, so that's always nice. I'm going to try not to sneeze during my video. This is the beauty of another beautiful thing about Facebook Live and doing YouTube videos. You don't have to be close to my germs. I can still join you here and share my card with you without risk of you getting sick. Isn't that a plus? Okay, how are you all doing? Oh my goodness, thank you all for being here. Hi, Debbie. Hello, Cindy. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Trisha. Yeah, I'm not feeling too bad. I mean, I've been worse, I can't complain. Thank you so much, TJ. Thank you. Back from the lake for a day to catch you live. Thank you, Barb. Thank you for being here with me this morning. Hi, Pat. Good morning. Hi, Elaine. Yes, I'm going to push through. I am going to keep fighting. I'm not one to give in to a cold. No way. No way. There's only one thing that I have to give into, when it, and I don't even want to say the word, but the stomach, when the one that happens in your GI. Oh, that's the worst. That is the worst, in my opinion. I'd take a head cold over that any day. How's everyone doing? Have you been enjoying your stamps? Have you been trying to find some time to carve out to yourself and, make a card, send a card? How about some scrapbook pages? I did a live with my team last night sharing my kitchen table. I had all my scrapbooking out on my kitchen table. Sometimes I do it down here. I design down here in my craft room, but a lot of times in the evenings, I don't want to be down here. I want to be upstairs with my family. So I'll take stuff up in like a laundry basket, and I'll spread everything out on the kitchen table, and I'll chop. When my husband's watching TV in the living room, I can still be there with him because it's, just like an open concept. So I can sit there and still chat with him and get my cutting done. One of the little things that I like to do. So that was me last night. And so I'm missing your comments. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. Thank you, Joy. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks, Krista. Good to have you with me. Good morning, Michelin from Florida. Hello, Karen from Idaho. Thank you for joining me this morning. Hi, Betty from Chilliwack. All right, so let's get started. Your air quality is the poorest ever due to wildfires, and I'm in southeast Wisconsin. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard too many updates about the forest fires. I don't think they're too bad here. But they're all over North America, right? There's so many. My dad was saying they're getting smoke from like fires in Quebec. Nova Scotia. It's just, I can't even keep up. They're just happening everywhere. So I pray for everyone affected. I was hoping you were not going to get your hubby and daughter's head cold. Yeah, Cheryl, you know what? It's so hard to be in the house with them and, you know, cooking for them, being with them. It's hard to avoid it, right? It's okay. It's all good. It makes my immune system a little bit stronger, right? Look at it that way, I guess. Okay. Oh, Lynn says she caught the cold. Oh no, I hope you feel better, Lynn. Yeah, I guess, and there's nothing worse than a summer cold. I find the head colds in the summer, they affect me. I don't know why they affect me more than a winter cold. I mean, I knock on wood. I haven't had a cold for a long time. Let's see here who's with me. Hi Alexina. Good morning. Hi Donna. Hello Pat. Pat's been playing along with me. Okay, Pat, do you have the Darling Details bundle? Because it is rocking my world over here. It is so pretty. I can't get enough of it. I keep using the dye. The dyes are really where it's at, right? So you have to get the bundle because you save 10% when you get the bundle. If you're in Canada, I'm in Canada. I can only sell to Canadians, unfortunately, but I can still share, you know, worldwide. That's why I do my videos here, so I can share with more people. But if you're in Canada, you can click the link. It should be here in the video. And when I flip my camera, you'll see the host code on my desk that you can use to get 4 of the cards I'm making this week on my videos. Thank you for your orders yesterday, everyone. Thank you for your comments and all your shares and your likes. I really appreciate you all so much. It keeps me coming back, okay? So when you support me in my journey here, it keeps me here and keeps me sharing, and it keeps me very happy. Thank you so much, everyone. All right, so let's see. Thank you so much for all the well wishes, you guys. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Okay, we're going to flip the camera and put my coffee down. I saw someone ask a question about my blog. My poor blog has been, I haven't been over there. I haven't had a chance to get over there because I've been so busy cutting card kits. But the good news is I had some volunteers come to help. Not come yet, but they're offering to come help me. So I'm going to get ahead, you guys. I have to get ahead. I have to like ask for help and to get ahead because it is like a big job, right? So my daughter was die cutting letters for me for my scrapbook kits the other day. So it is definitely not something I can do on my own at this level. Like there's, you know, classes to be prepped for, classes to design for. So between the designing and the cutting, it's a lot of work, but I'm not complaining. I'm still smiling because I love it. Love it. All right, so let's get started. One thing I do not want to ever miss unless I have to is my video with you guys, because you guys are really important to me. And I never knew this joy that I would have in my heart of going live Monday to Friday and sharing, right? That is really what brings me joy. So I don't want to take away from that. So if I'm missing some stuff, please let me know. Please let me know. Please reach out to me and I will definitely help you. And, but anyway, we're going to get started on the video today, and hopefully you can make this card as well. Hi, Donna from Pender Island. Hello. Hi, Donna. We have 2 Donnas, one from Pender Island and one from Washington State. Hi, Maribel. Hi, Anita from Holland. Wow. Debbie says, I agree, TJ. Me too. I missed TJ's comment. I'll have to go back. Hello from Melbourne, Australia. Hope this is the worst of it and you don't get too sick. I hope so too. I have been doubling up on everything. So praying, keeping fingers crossed that it's going to be better. I'm going to feel better. Okay, let's get started. Flipping the camera now. Here we go. And we'll point you down at my work surface. Ooh, my camera mount is a bit stiff this morning. Okay, let's lower down a little bit here. And we'll see here. Let's raise up a little bit. Okay, so it seems to be going through our house too. Yeah, everybody, I don't know, you guys. Craziness this. But my husband did a COVID test. He's like, I wonder if it's COVID. We had it last summer. No, he did the COVID test. It's not COVID. It's a cold. It's some kind of cold. All right, there's my host code, guys. If you live in Canada and you want 4 card packages, You will be needing the Darling Details stamps and dies to create this one. I cannot send Stampin' Up! Images as per Stampin' Up! Policy, so you'll need the stamps to complete your cards. You will also need the dies, which are out of this world. I'll bring them in here. There's a set, they are a set of 18 dies, so you're going to get them on 2 cards here like this. And they are absolutely stunning. I played with this big background one here yesterday. Today I'm going to play with this one. This is a really pretty one as well. And so I think that's about it. No, there's another die. This one right here. This is so pretty, you guys. This one has like the 2 florals, the little bud and the leaves. So we're going to play with that one and this one, I think. Maybe I'll have to pull in a couple others. I'm not sure. Okay, so we're going to move these off to the side for a second. I'm going to bring in my trimmer. We're going to start this card right from scratch. So I've got here fresh freesia, and I'm going to cut it down the long side at 4 1/4. So I'm just lining this up here at 4 1/4. Then I'm going to turn it. Oh, and while I'm doing this, I'll tell you my story. Remember my scoring tool, how it broke on me, and you guys were suggesting to call Stampin' Up. I did. I finally had a chance to call them, and they are sending me a new one. Best company on the planet, I swear. Honestly, they are sending me a new scoring tool because you cannot buy replacements, right? I don't want to have to buy a new paper cutter just for the scoring tool. But in the meantime, I'm just using my bone folder in the track, okay? So you can use your bone folder. It fits in the track, and then you can still get that score line. All right, so that's what I'm doing. Now, I'm going to score this, reinforce it with the bone folder, and I'm actually going to pop this back into my cutter. I'm going to cut it at 7 3/4. Okay, so 7 3/4. I could have done this ahead of time, or like in the beginning, score a cut at 7 3/4 and then score at 4 1/4. Sorry, 5 1/2. But I don't know why. I like to do it this way. I score at 5 1/2 like normal. Then I have this side piece, this piece here that I cut off. I'm going to take it and I'm going to turn it like that. That's going to be the front part of my fold. And then we're going to do some cutting. Now, from some more cutting, sorry. We're going to do some cutting from the Designer Series paper. Oh my goodness, you guys. The Designer Series paper is on sale and the sale ends on Friday. Do you have this big pack of 12 by 12? Now, it is 12 by 12. What you're seeing on my screen is 6 by 6 because I've cut it down. This is the Delightfully Eclectic paper, and I cannot stop reaching for it. It is so, so pretty. All of it is so pretty. So, excuse me. I played with these 2 patterns last week, and today I'm going to play with the flip side of this one right here, and I'm going to cut off, I just need a 2-inch strip, 2 by 4. Oh, excuse me, 2 by 4. So I'm going to bring this in, I'm going to cut it down to 2 inches. I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to cut it at 4 inches. And I hold on to all the little pieces. I never throw out those because you just never know when you're going to need like a little piece of Designer Series paper, right? So this is going to be my side piece that's going to sit right over here on this little side flap. Isn't that pretty with the little blooms? I thought this one matched this stamp set so nicely. I think this paper is just so beautiful, and I think it's the best hidden gem in the catalog. It's a huge pack, you guys. It is 48 sheets of 12 by 12. So you get 12 designs, 4 of each. Oh my gosh, it is stunning. So you want to grab yourself that while it's on sale, 15% off, 15% off of $48. I believe it's $34 in Canada. So that's a smoking deal. I just placed a big order this morning before I went live because I need some stuff and I need to definitely stock up on this gorgeous Designer Series paper. So I just want to share that with you, so don't miss out. Friday is the deadline, and today, guys, is Wednesday, so we're running out of time with the Designer Series paper sale. And the other thing that we're running out of time for is that amazing starter kit deal. Oh, heavens. $206 of whatever you choose, and you get to choose $206 of whatever you want from the catalog, or the online exclusives, or the clearance rack, any current Stampin' Up! Product, right? It doesn't have to be from the catalog. We have a lot of things that are online that are called online exclusives, right? So they're just online. So definitely go and check it out and pick your $206, put it in your starter kit, and you're only going to pay $135. That's it. No shipping and no tax. I love it. I love, love, love it. Unless there's tax in your province, okay? So there are a couple of provinces that do have tax, but you're definitely going to have no shipping. So here I have a piece of Starry Sky that measures 3 by 4. Yes, 3 by 4. And we're going to do some die cutting on here. I thought I'd bring this one in because if you can see from the blooms, there are fresh freesia blooms, there's crushed curry blooms, and then there's the Starry Sky. So I'm bringing in like one of the coordinating colors, 3 by 4. And I'm going to take this smaller scalloped rectangle. I'm going to put this in the center. I'm going to run that through my machine. So let me go grab my machine. Now this would fit through the Mini Boss. So let's grab my Mini and we'll grab our plates. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, Joy. Your CO came over when I was sick once to pick up something. He literally went, when I opened the door after he had no doubt. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope you're not sick right now, my friend. Ugh, I don't like being sick. It's not fun. Okay, so we're going to put this on here. Now I'm putting it face down because I want to make sure it is, make sure it's centered properly. I was tempted to put something else on here, but no, I'm just going to leave it. That's enough on this platform for now. We're going to run that through. There we go. And that's just going through once. Let's see if that worked. Sometimes, you know, depending on your machine, you may have to go forward and back. But let's take a look. Whoop, yeah, no, it popped out. Now, there's a few little pieces of cardstock still in there. So you can just, like, tap it to get those little pieces out. There's a lot of them are left on your plate. So you can take the straight, this is what I do. I take the straight edge of my cardstock and I scrape along there into my trash and get rid of those little dots because you don't want any cardstock left on your clear cutting plates. So then this is not too bad for going forward and not backward. So then I will poke out these other little circles. You run the risk of when you go forward and then back again, you do run the risk of if your die moves on you, you could, like, the blades could end up cutting a different way. That's happened to me before when I've gone forward and back and not made sure that my die was secure. I had to, like, do it. So there are a few here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just come along with my take your pick tool and poke those little dots out because they're going to drive me crazy if they're not all poked out, right? Anybody else with me? You can also poke them from the back too. I find that helps to get them out. I probably should have did forward and back on this one, but we're just going to go with it. I don't want to waste the cardstock, right? So here we go. We're going to go and get all of these little tiny pokey tools out, little tiny confetti. If you need a small dot, this is definitely the die to go and run it through, and you'll get a lot of little pieces of confetti to fill your shaker cards, or, you know, to do little, if you just need a tiny little dot on something. Maybe you're doing a scrapbook page and you're spelling letters and you need to dot your I. You know, I don't know why you would need such a tiny little dot, but it's one way to do it, because look at them all on my work surface here. So we're just going to swipe those into my garbage, and let's make sure I've spent the time clearing these out, so I might as well make sure I get them all. No one is left behind. Nobody gets left behind. These over here are getting stubborn. Okay. All right. Come on, guys. Play with me here. Let's get this right. Okay. I probably should have went forward and back. Note to self. This is a very intricate die with all these little cuts. So definitely go forward and back on your machine at home. Okay, so did I get them all? I think I did. One more, two more, three more. Okay. Whew, after all that, we are going to bring in a piece of basic white to go behind it, okay? So this piece of basic white measures 3.5 by 2 3/4. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to stamp on that white piece with matching Starry Sky. And I'm going to stamp the word friend. Now, where did I have those stamped? Yeah, right here. So I want to put this just like I did yesterday, only a smaller version. I'm just going to put this on top like that. And then I'm going to ink up my stamp. I'm going to stamp down here in the lower left corner. There we go. Okay, now we're going to just glue this in place. You could do it a couple of different ways. You could put your glue on, I think I'm going to put it right onto my frame. So let's bring in our glue. I'm just going to put the glue right around this inside edge. And we'll put that white piece on top. Actually, we'll lay this down onto the white piece. And I probably should have my silicone mat underneath here. Probably would be a good idea. Just in case, you know, the extra glue does not go onto my grid paper, it goes onto my silicone mat. Here we go. Okay, let's grab that silicone mat. Okay, so I have the word friend on there, and you do get a little bit of wiggle room, so you want to make sure you've got it so that those dots have all little white, there's all white dots coming through. Let's make sure it's, okay. So there's my front panel. Let's bring back the card. This is going to go on my Fresh Freesia layer. So we'll go ahead and we'll glue that on. Just add a little bit of glue to the back. We're going to put that right onto that Fresh Freesia layer that I cut off of the card front, right? So if you're just joining me, this Fresh Freesia layer was here and I cut it. Then I'm going to take it and turn it. And now it's going to be the front of my card, just like that. And you guessed it, this is going to be popped up with dimensionals. So we're going to grab some dimensionals. I've got 3 of them here. I'm going to put on this side panel. Make sure, double check that you're putting it on the right side. Ask me how I know. I've done this the backwards way before. I put them on this side, and then when I flip it over, I'm like, no, that's not where they're supposed to be. So they're supposed to be on the left side, and now this is going to get anchored right over top, like that. And so the background, this is the inside. You could do 2 things. You could cut a small piece of white, like my normal size white, like that. If you like the Fresh Freesia on the edges, you could do that. Or you could cut a full 4 by 5 1/4 piece that fits on the inside like this. And then you have that white border. And I kind of like that white border, so that's what I've done. I have a piece of basic white, 4 by 5 1/4. So that's going to go on the inside. But before I glue it down, I want to maybe do some stamping. Let's bring the stamps in. So we have Darling Details here. I put friend on the top, on the front. And how about this one? Count on me. Count me among all the people who are here for you. I thought that would be a nice one to use today. So let me grab that one. Count on me. It's always nice to let your friends know that they can count on you, right? So this is a perfect card for that. And even, you know, it could be for your sister. My sisters are my friends for sure. Definitely. Sisters are typically best friends for life, right? Mine definitely are. I appreciate them so much. Okay, so count me among the people who are here for you. There we go. Right in the center. Now, you could put some stuff along the edges if you wanted to. There's a small little flower that you could stamp along the edges around, maybe in the corners. Do I have that one on a block? Nope, I don't. Let's grab that one and see what it looks like. So I'm just going to grab my stamp here. And I do have the coordinating Fresh Freesia. So let's do a little Fresh Freesia stamping. Okay, so I've got this in place, but it's not glued down yet. And you know why, because I want to make sure I'm going to stamp it properly. So let's do, oh yeah, that one's not exactly perfect, but that's okay. Let's do maybe 5 of these little flowers along the edge. That adds a nice little pop of color. See if I can do this one. This is another great feature of the photopolymer. You can do them on top. You can double stamp them. You can actually line up your photopolymer. And because I've done one, I'm going to do them all now. It'll give me like a darker shade of Fresh Freesia. Okay, so there's my border. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to flip it over and add some glue. And we're going to put this down. So just a little tiny bit of glue, and it's actually very shocking to me how little glue you need. And look what I just did. There's my fingers. I don't know how they went into the Starry Sky ink pad, but oh, I know what I did. Don't do this. I rocked my stamp. See the puddle of ink I have on there? That's what I did. I put my fingers in there. Oh boy. Oh well. It's just ink. We can clean that up. We can clean that up. And you know, I always say, if you get ink on your fingers, it means you've had a lot of fun and it will be gone. I guarantee you the next time you wash your hair, that'll be gone. Or you use hand sanitizer or something, it'll be gone. Okay, so let's put the inside to this card in here like so. All right, and also I've got a little bit of that Starry Sky just haunting me on my silicone mat. Get that off of there, because that will end up somewhere where it's not supposed to be. Okay, so we're closing it up, and look, I know there's a little bit on the edge there. Oh, so many little things that happen during card making that sometimes drive you bonkers. Now I'm going to grab my little sand eraser from my drawer and see if I can fix that. Maybe I can't. And I don't want to really keep going and, you know, tear my cardstock, because there's only so much you can do with a sand eraser, and you don't want to tear your fibers of your cardstock. But you know what? If the recipient gets my card and doesn't like that little tiny edge, oh my goodness, that's pretty bad, right? Hopefully whoever gets this will forgive, and maybe they won't even notice, right? Would you notice? Would you notice that little tiny piece of ink? I don't know. Hopefully not. Okay, so let's move on to the next part. So we need a focal point. So what I've done is I brought in this really pretty detailed die, and I ran it through my white cardstock. So I've got one right here. And I'm going to use that as my focal point, but it's white on white and it's not very pretty like that. So we're going to add some color to this. So let me put it on the silicone mat so you guys can see it. And we're going to bring in some color. So let's bring in Old Olive. Open up the ink pad and let's see what I've got here. I've got an Old Olive finger dauber. I'm going to dip that into my ink pad. I'm going to add a little bit of Old Olive to the leaf and the stem coming down like this. There we go. A little bit of Old Olive right there. Now you can use your markers as well, or you can use the edge of your dauber to get into the groove. All right, so there is Old Olive. Now, what other colors? We have Fresh Freesia here, so we're going to use that. Now, I don't have a finger dauber. I got an order. It's sitting up at my front door, and I haven't had a chance to even bring it down to my craft room. So it does have new finger daubers in it. So I will have a Fresh Freesia designated dauber after today. But I'm going to use my sponge for now. And I'm just taking the sponge, dipping it into the ink pad. You can also use your markers or your blends to do this. So I just want to show you an option. If you just have an ink pad that you can use, you can just do this. You can dip in and then add your color to your die cut. So I'm just adding it to, I'm going to have 2 Fresh Freesia petals here, blooms. And then this one up here, I thought I would bring in the Starry Sky. Now, again, I don't have a dauber for Starry Sky, but I do have the blends. So let's use the light blend. And I don't want to do blends on my silicone mat, because blends is it's alcohol based, it's permanent, right? You can color your ribbons, your embellishments and stuff. So I don't want to have blends on my silicone mat for good. So I'm going to move my silicone mat out of the way, and I'm just going to add a little bit of that Starry Sky to this bud right here. I'm using the light Starry Sky. It's actually still quite dark, but that's okay. I want a little blue bud just to match my DSP. There we have it, you guys. I love it. Now you could also grab, I think I'm wanting to maybe add a little more Old Olive to the stems. So let's grab an Old Olive blend. And what else should we grab? Let's grab a brown. How about crumb cake? I'm going to grab some crumb cake and I'm going to add that to the stem. So let's add some Old Olive onto my leaves here. And I'm going to bring in in the skin tone collection, if you've been eyeing the skin tone collection for coloring, oh, you will not regret getting that one. You can use the browns in there for the monkeys. You can use them for stems like I'm doing here on my flower. You can use them for so much. So there we go. We've got a little brown going on in the center here. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to bring in, the beauty of blends is they dry really, really fast too. So we're going to flip that over. I'm just going to add a little dab of glue to the thicker parts. You don't need to worry about adding glue to all these little skinny parts, just the thick parts, and that will anchor it down onto your card. And another tip that I always like to say is to let it dry a little bit, like let it dry for a bit, because when you go to put it on your card, it won't smush everywhere and you won't have glue all over the place. So I'm going to let that sit for a second. I'm going to bring in some bling. I have here my iridescent rhinestones. So another thing, my favorite thing to do with blends is to custom make my own bling. So, oh, I was using the dark Starry Sky. Okay. So I'm going to bring in Starry Sky and we're going to color three of these. So I'm going to color 2 small ones and a large one. See that? I colored my blends. Sorry, I colored with my blends these little iridescent rhinestones, and now I can come in and pick them up. I'm going to put one up here like that, and I'll put the other 2 after I place my flower. So I'm going to take the flower and I'm going to put it right here in the center, tap it down ever so slightly, just because that glue is still setting up. There we go. Oh, I love it so far. And then I'm going to grab the other 2 bling, and I'm going to put one right here and another one. Let's put it up here in this corner. There we go. Now, you can also use any kind of blend that you have, right? So I have fresh freesia blends too, so I could have done my own custom fresh freesia bling. You know, it's so pretty to do that, and you can still see it still has the iridescence to it. I've just colored it. And then there we go. So it's such an easy card to make. So this is one of the ones that you will get this week in your package. So you can make this one. And of course, the Wink of Stella is on my desk always. And I'm just going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella to these blossoms just to make them pop out a little bit more and just make them shine, because they are the star of the show. There we go. So I hope you like this style of card. It's such a fun one to make. And I love that you don't waste anything, because the panel that you cut off, you just turn it and you use it like that. And it's a fun side opening fun fold. So let me just flip you back around. I don't know if I've missed any of your comments. Let me just fix this. All right. This was a fun card to make. You can make these with any designer series paper, any front focal panel. But you know, that die, that small die from the Darling Details fits so nicely right there on that panel. I instantly thought of, when I saw this die, I'm like, what am I going to do with that little die? I thought, oh, that would work on this kind of a fold. So I hope you like this one. I hope you'll grab your own Darling Details bundle. It is available. I checked. It is not low inventory or not orderable. So you can get this one today, and you're going to be able to make tons of fun cards with this one. Let me see. I'm missing your comments. Sorry, guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Did you use the dryer sheet like you showed us? You know what, Esther? I did not use the dryer sheet on this piece. Good. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yesterday, I showed you guys the dryer sheet using the larger one, and all the pieces fell out so nicely. See, my brain's not working. Maybe I am getting sick. Kathy says, I like to use the brush tip on my Take Your Pick tool. Makes it pretty quick and easy. Yes, good call. I have that brush tool. So what Kathy is talking about is this little brush here. You can take this and you can actually like unscrew this piece and you can put this in, and that brush, you brush it over your die cut and all those little pieces will come out. So thank you for the tip. I totally forgot about that. It's sitting in my drawer. So you can grab these little attachments for your Take Your Pick tool. Yep, thank you for that, guys. Let me see if I missed any more. We need more stamps that say family, etc. Yes, Betty, I agree. There are some really fun family ones in the catalog. There's even one that has like all the family members in it. It has like uncle, sister-in-law. You can actually custom make your own word. Catherine says, if there's a lot to pick out, I put the die back on and run it through again, then everything comes out. Yeah, I thought about that, but this one has so many little intricate pieces. I don't know if I could line that up properly. I guess it's worth a try, but not on live video. I didn't want you guys to have to watch me over and over. But yeah, thank you for that tip. That's a good one. The die brush pad works. Yeah. Another vote for the die brush. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. Thank you for sharing, Faylene. Good to see everyone with me. Kathy says she loves it. Thank you so much. Joyce says awesome colors. They are pretty colors, right? That designer series paper is absolutely stunning. I keep pulling it out because it has so many colors. I think just about every color in the catalog is featured in that paper. The inspiration is still there. Thank you so much, TJ. Thank you so much. The ink remover marker. Oh, yes, that's right. The ink remover. You guys are such a wealth of knowledge today. I'm learning from you guys. I forgot about that. The, what is it called? It's a blend, but it's for removing. Color Lifter. That's what it's called. It's called Color Lifter. You could use that. Yep, absolutely. Love this set. Thank you, Susan. Yes, it's a beautiful little set. All right. Well, thank you all for being here. I will be back again tomorrow unless something really tragic happens and I'm not feeling the greatest. But I will let you know. Like I said, I can still share, but I don't have to share my germs, right? Share just the creativity and the ideas. So it's always fun to do that. We will also watch Reply. Bonnie says, thank you so much for being here, Bonnie. Yep. Okay. Great tip with the glue, Joyce says. Yes, let that glue set up a little bit. Just put it aside and let it set up. If you've got too much on there, you can also take it and touch it to your silicone mat to get the extra glue off. I find that helps too. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, for your well wishes. I hope you have a fantastic day. And I'm going to try the Color Lifter on that spot and see if that's going to work. Thanks for the suggestion. Have a wonderful day, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9:30 Mountain Time. Take care. Bye-bye.